Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Christoph and I'm kind of making this video impromptu because I'm getting ready to go on a trip and I was kind of packing and unpacking a bunch of stuff and realized, I'm just going to show people what's in the bag that I carry around all the time. People have asked me in the past what's in there, and it's actually kind of hard to see because a lot of camera equipment is black, and of course the bag that I use is black, so it's just kind of a view into absolutely nothing. So anyway, I have everything pulled out here on the table and I'll go ahead and show you what I actually put in there, except for maybe the one thing you won't see is what you're watching on is the DJI Pocket 3 that I use with Creator Combo or whatever. And by the way, none of this is sponsored. I'm not like one of those people that has sponsorships or anything like that. It's just I'm really kind of proud of the little package I put together for kind of the ultimate travel or run and gun vlogging setup, and I think it works out pretty well. I've used it a little bit here around the farm and doing some stuff locally, but I haven't traveled with it yet. So this coming up week here, this will be the first time I have traveled with it, and I think it's going to work out really well. When I was in Southeast Asia for a month, I was carrying my Sony A4 with a really long lens on it, and that was fun for about 2 days, and I was so sick of carrying it. I have I think I took the wide lens and the I can't remember it was up to 200 zoom, whatever, a lot of glass, and between those two lenses and the camera body and the extra batteries and stuff that I had to carry around, it was just too much stuff to carry. The images that I got were great, but I found that I was less likely to do filming with it because, one, you pull that thing out and everybody goes, oh, guy with a big camera, and it doesn't act natural anymore, or they run away. And two, it was annoying. It was annoying. Anyway, let's get at this here. I'm gonna flip the camera around and focus on what we're looking at here. Before we get started, I want to say that none of this is sponsored. I just feel like I have a really good mobile setup, which I really wish I would have had when I was traveling last year. But this is more of a small, kind of self-contained studio that I put together that I'm kind of proud of. And so I figured I'd show you. I don't have the greatest setup to do this. The plant is here because the light up there is putting a big glare on the table, so that's why the plant is there. Sorry, this is not an ideal setup at all, but this is what I'm going to do because I had to repack this bag since I got everything dirty and I want it to be cleaned up for the trip. Anyway, first things first, the bag itself, Wandered. I think it's a 9-liter sling. Like I said, none of this is sponsored, but this seemed to make the most sense. I really don't like backpacks because you can't really keep track of them, and I don't like that feel of them yanking my back down. And so this seemed to make the most sense for me, and I went ahead and I got the upgraded zipper lock things. I actually, if you travel and you're worried about pickpockets and you have these, I recommend these. They just kind of fit together and twist. Not much, not that they can't be cut or anything, but if someone's just casually trying to get into your stuff, and see, now neither of them can really be pulled anywhere, it's just going to be more difficult for someone to screw with. And it's kind of one of those out of sight, out of mind things. Make it difficult. Locks just keep thieves honest, I guess. So I got that. Camera. First thing about cameras, I guess, that I always travel with, I travel with them, but I also do all my farming videos with them. GoPro 10 and 11. I'll be taking only one of them, and since 11 is higher than 10, that makes it one better, right? So we're going to use the GoPro 11. Will go in there. Let's see, got a handful of the extended batteries. So get them all together here. Put those in there, and we'll have space for those in these little pockets right here, nicely, because that way they won't be able to contact each other, which I think airlines appreciate. Next camera, the Insta360 X4, which I really enjoy. I'm not really good at editing it, but it's pretty nice to use. Unfortunately, it's not great in low light. Kind of an effects thing, if you ask me. It has its purpose. So actually, this is going to go over here. That's going to go there. The camera you're looking at this on is the DJI Pocket 3, and once all that's together, I wrapped it up, and it fits in this to keep the gimbal safe. That covers the screen, and that's going to go down there, but I can't show you that because I'm filming on that right now, so we'll just put that in there for that. Got a couple of batteries for the X3, which will slip down here, or the X4 will slip down there. What else do we have here? ND filters for the Pocket 3 and lens keeping or lens cleaning thing, because these are hard to get on the Pocket 3 without getting your fingerprints all over them. So we'll put that in there. Let's see, let's put that over here. Charger, power bank. I can't remember how many milliamps this one is. It is, I can't read it because I don't have my glasses on here. I don't know, 18 watt max, what is that? I don't remember. It works pretty well, I like it. It's low key, nice and flat. I think I can charge my stuff up 3 or 4 times without. And what else we got? SD card holder. Slip that in here. Insta360 extension pole. Or selfie stick, I guess they call it. I'll slip that underneath here. I've got this built so that, I don't know how easy it is to tell, but there's a shelf I've set in here. And this is wide enough over here to fit GoPros edgewise, so that I can just slip longer stuff in there, but keep those protected and keep them from rolling around. On top of that, I have the floaty bobber GoPro floaty stick thing. And then this is kind of meant for if you're going to do the 360 camera, but you want it on a table or something. I don't know that I'll probably use it, but I have it and it fits in there pretty easily. Another big one that I really enjoy, and this is the older one. I don't like the new GoPro selfie stick, I don't know what they call it, but I really do like this one. On the end of it, I stuck the DJI, the base mount on there. That way I don't have to screw it on and off all the time, but I can use this as a selfie stick. Since it's curved, you can't see me holding it really. One thing I really wish I could do, and this is kind of goofy, they have this older one, has this setup where you're supposed to be able to take this out and screw it in there, and it turns into this tripod, but it is at such a weird angle, it's kind of useless. So what I would really like to do is be able to cut this off, so you just have this threaded cap, and find a really little bitty lipstick shaped charger, a USB charger that I could stick in there and then just cover it up. So it wouldn't hold a lot, but it'd be enough to get you through in a pinch. So this will be also in this little spot here. I kind of got it all jammed in there right now. Let's see. I don't usually carry the floaty thing around because I'm farming and I don't need to use it water much, so that might be just a little bit of a nuisance here. I also have I think they call this the claw for the GoPro, and I actually mounted this on the roof rack of my car a couple weeks ago when we had 85-mile-an-hour winds come through, and people were losing trees and all sorts of crap, and it held on there like a champ. I don't know if that'll take that or not, but that's usually in there. What else we have? Remote control for the GoPro. I guess the power button. Make sure we're charged up. Yeah, okay. So with this, I can remotely control the GoPro. So if I set it up somewhere, I don't have to really be involved with it, which is great when we're farming. I can put up, I think you can control like 10 or 12 GoPros with this. I'm not positive, but I could set up GoPros everywhere and just start and stop them with all of this and just go about my business, which is kind of a nice thing to do. I don't use it a lot, so we're going to put that one in there. Let's see, audio stuff. These are actually a Rode lapel mic that I don't use, but I could if I needed to. I think we're gonna keep all the weird audio stuff out here maybe. Stick that in there. What else? The base tripod for the camera that you're watching on. Let's set that in there. And then maybe we'll put it over there. Let's see. The microphone that goes with the camera that you're watching on. And I think, see, I usually have 2 GoPros in here, so I don't have all these spaces. Maybe I'll slot that in there and let this GoPro camera or battery float around. The magnetic GoPro clippy thing, which is really awesome, especially when I'm farming, because with tractors and stuff, there's always lots of metal things, so you can just stick it to anything. It works awesome. Beyond that, the, what is it, Telesin? Really long, stupid selfie stick. This is like, I don't know, I would say 20 feet long or something. I can't really remember. But it's ridiculously big. Obviously it doesn't fit in there, but there is a slot underneath the bag that you can open that's meant for like packing tripods and stuff. So it'll probably go under there. And then, what else? These little goofy things. I just bought these online. They are, I call them camera safeties, I guess. They're, like usually if you're doing stage stuff or anything where you're doing aerial overhead stuff, you have to have some sort of safety gear to make sure stuff doesn't fall on people. I use it so it doesn't fall, and also so stuff doesn't fall into machinery. But they are really annoying, so I have been clipping them on this little key keeper clip that is in the bag. And I really don't need all of these, but I guess if they don't take any space, so I just clip them like that, kind of wrap them into this little coil. And then there's a little slot in here for just your keys, which I'm not going to put my keys in here, so I just stuff them in there. And that works pretty well. They're out of the way, they're not wrapping on everything. If you need them, you can pull it out. Probably won't ever need those on this trip, but you know, never be too safe. And then of course, smart tags 1 and 2. These are older ones, but these are the ones I have. I would like to have the newer ones, and I will stash these in there somewhere that's not likely to be found. I don't know, there's got to be a decent spot. There's also this spot right here that's meant for a laptop or paperwork. So maybe I'll stuff them in there. But these things are really nice when you're traveling. You always want to know where your stuff is, and if some unscrupulous airline employee decides to take your stuff home and doesn't notice it, which I've heard of happening, you have these to help you out. So that's basically what I have in my bag, and it's nice and compact. It's secure, it doesn't weigh a lot, and it should be a really good setup to do this trip with. So with that being said, I am going to finish packing, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. I suppose if I'm going to do one of these what's in my camera bag setup things, I should probably actually clean the bag.